There we go. Buen dia, Miss Cristales. What a pleasure to be alive today. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Even if, oh, so right off the bat, I feel like nerves are rushing through me, but that's okay. We're here to get this message, to receive this message from your spirit team, from my spirit team to you, from your spirit team through me. For those who don't know me, my name is Kay, the Divinator. Kay, Kai, either one is true, either one is right. And so I am a spiritual medium. I am a spiritual guide for those who this message is intended for. You know, I don't know, guys. I just have such an influx of energy going through me, which lets me know that this is a very pivotal moment in time. I'm getting so many downloads from Source, so many downloads about those who this message is intended for, and I'm just here to give it. That's it, that's all. Before I start pulling any messages, I'm going to go ahead and light this beautiful Palo Santo right here so that we can just cleanse the energy a little bit. I've been cleansing all day. I've been doing different little rituals that my spirit team has been urging me to do. So thank goodness for that. But I just want to get the energy started off just how we need to. Cleanse over these cards, over this space, and over you, Miss Cristales. Okay? And we'll be ready to go. I will ask of my spirit team, ancestors, archangels, animal spirits, nature spirits, elementals, gods and goddesses with an aligned agenda or focal point through me. Please work with me to deliver this message clear and concise. Please bring in whoever needs this message for this message to be attracted to them. Whichever message is in here that is meant for them, help them so that their intuition guides them to it. Hi, welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos. And please just allow us to receive this message in truth, receive these messages in authenticity, that if there's any aim to distort or confuse or hinder or harm us, that it be rebuked, that we release it back into the universe, and that it goes where it needs to go. So with that being said, let's get started on these daily messages. Oh my goodness, y'all jumping in here. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. It's a beautiful day. Even if you're not feeling too beautiful, you still are. So that's it. That's all. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I'm getting to a point where I was nervous about coming on here, I'll say, without looking to, just looking a certain way. You know, appearance needing to be a certain way, and environment or the background. But you know, I said no, let me just come as I am. Those who are here to receive the message, they're gonna get it, and they're gonna get it as they should. And people who are here for the wrong reasons, you know, my ancestors know, my spirit team knows, and so does yours. So it's gonna get rebuked anyway if you're not really here. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿De España? Bueno, bueno. Soy puertorriqueña, obviamente. But what a pleasure to have you. Gracias por estar siendo aquí. So let's go ahead and get into this message, right? So what I'm seeing here is that for some of you, or maybe for each and every one of you, take it as it resonates. Every reader should preface you with that, right? When we're doing these general collective readings, this is very, it's so palpable, if you guys know what I mean. Like everything feels so vivid right now because I'm channeling actively. But whatever timeline you're on, just take it as it resonates, right? So you guys are in an energy where people are attracted to you. Like they want to be around you. They want to know more about you. They want to communicate with you. And you guys are being called to just be as sharp as you can about just be as sharp as you can with those experiences, just observing and understanding what's going on and what's happening in these spaces. So that means like sharpening your emotional intelligence, basically. Like you should be able to read a room. Hold on, let's see. Hola desde Pennsylvania. Nice. Bienvenidos. Welcome. Glad to have you. So, forgive me, guys. I'm new to live. Like, this is very new for me. This is the first one. So, if I get just a little distracted, trust me, I will stay on pace. It's just, I'm trying to still make sure I'm checking y'all out and making sure y'all know I see you. And it's appreciated. So, back to emotional intelligence, though. So, you have to be sure that you're getting better at reading the room, understanding what's going on when someone is attracted to you, and understanding what the attraction truly is on a deeper level. Because, mind you, any type of thing could be attracted to you, and you might take that as a positive thing. You might take that as a negative thing. It depends on your perspective. But this isn't so much about good or bad, it's just understanding intentions. And that's going to be key for you guys, because not only is there something sticking out about the attraction to you, but it's also coming down to how you're moving in these spaces or how you're responding to the energies that are attracted to you. So this definitely is not a bad thing, and I don't want you guys to shy away from it. um that brings me to another point. So there's something coming up about shyness or nervousness, because I felt that heavy, but at the same time it's you stepping through that and using it to your benefit and not allowing it to stifle you or stagnate you. And I think it's tricky because whatever that shyness is, like it can stem from a couple things, right? Like it can stem from your vulnerability, not wanting to be rejected, not wanting to be judged too harshly. But perhaps it stems from a wound where someone once upon a time did judge you so harshly that it made you get into your shell a bit. And so you're in a place where, because so many things are attracting to you or attracted to you, you have to fight that urge to make yourself feel small. Even if it's just in a singular instance, like let's say you're walking down the street and you see somebody and that person looks at you and you just want to look away. Ask yourself, like, why do I feel that? Like, what is it about me stuttering? So yes, there's somebody that, imagine someone looking at you, and whatever energy comes over you, it makes you want to get small. You have to rebuke that, reject it, or at least assess it. Like, ask yourself, why is this happening? Because that individual, just in that singular moment of them looking at you, they very well could have telepathically sent you something that they want to humble you, or they want to make you feel smaller than you are. And it's not, it gets deeper than that, but it's not like they just see you on the street and they want to have malice towards you. It's a very spiritual warfare going on. So spirits move through individuals that you encounter. That's just how it is. Whether it's a stranger, whether it's a new person, that's just how it goes, right? So when you're in these different spaces, every moment of your life that you're interacting with somebody else, whether you know them on a personal level or not, you still have to just hone your power in those moments, especially when you feel a glimmer of insecurity or a glimmer of shyness or insecurity in some level, that you just want to get a little small. And this is very, I feel as though this is very important for individuals who maybe you don't see yourself as someone who isn't confident, right? Like you may say, I've worked on myself. I've gotten to this point where I can appreciate who I am, but it still surfaces depending on the type of situations you're in. And this can also play a factor as far as what face people are trying to show you because they're attracted to you. And so there's a difference between their true intent compared to like what their carnal desires are kind of begging them to lean into from either an ego perspective or a trauma perspective or whatever it is, you know. So with that being said, let me go ahead and pull another card, okay? I'm gonna pull, oh, just so everybody's at an understanding, for me, I use oracle cards. I use tarot cards as well, but I don't just draw from tarot. Tarot has its own set of rules that the community kind of goes by. And then, of course, many of us channelers and spiritualists, we will also, or specifically ones who write cards, create cards, use cards to channel, we create our own. And you know, those have very unique and specific messages. And I'm not sure if you guys are first timers for the spiritual community or if this is something you're, you know, hip to, privy to. But if you are a little privy to it, then you've seen other readers and you kind of know how it works. So when it comes to me, I appreciate that, but at the same time, Obite, this is not what this is for. Everyone's beautiful in their own way, but this is about the messages. So keep it to that. I don't want to have to remove you, boo. But I will. Okay? So you got your 15 minutes of fame now. So when it comes to the readings, okay, I will use my cards. I make decks just for me. No one else has them. They're very extensive. And then just for everyone's understanding, these messages on these cards that I create are sent as downloads from my spirit team. Always has been that way. I don't write these from my own personal beliefs or morals. I may definitely relate to so much in there, but a lot of it is not even really for me. It's for me to deliver messages to y'all. Yes, so with that being said, let me go ahead, as I said, pull a card. And I really do want to thank those who are in here receiving this message live in color, because this will get posted later on. I'm going to be doing live readings much more often because y'all are my familia. Like, y'all are my community, my family. And even those who come in here with a little bit of, you know, a gilded perspective, these messages may be for you still. And so I just want to honor that and respect that presence, that energy that you're giving me. So I'm seeing 333, 33. So you guys are stepping into a layer of enlightenment. There's a certain tier of wisdom that you're graduating into, but it's duality at the forefront of all of that, or at the core of all of that. And the reason why I say it is we got 3 of Cups and 3 of Swords. So as y'all can see here, this is very like opposite, right? Like you got someone center of attention, getting all the heat, getting all the interested looks and stuff, and then you got someone who's just toiling inside, like down in the dumps, frustrated, begging, asking why, like what the hell is going on in my life, you know? And so that is the reality of this existence. Like, if you didn't know, you know now. Like, let me just lay it out to you, right? Like, there is no good without bad. There is no appreciation with or growth without pain and suffering. And when I say suffering, I don't mean misery. I mean laboring over things. And so this is a very important concept, because a lot of the time when we are not in a more enlightened state, we fight with that reality and we fight with that truth. But I noticed that you guys are in a space where if you haven't accepted this already, you're finding more ways to accept it. And that's really key. Like, I love that for y'all. You're starting to pay more attention to whatever type of issues you've had stemming from your childhood that's coming up. If you have certain wounds coming up, you're actually looking at them and willing to examine them and understand, okay, what is this coming from? And how do I shift this course? You know, sometimes when we're talking about breaking generational curses, excuse the stutter, there's so much energy surging in and out. So we're constantly protected over these disturbances, I'll put it that way. But yeah, so when it comes to these challenges that you experienced as a kid, like these wounds, so to speak, not so much just challenge in general, but the challenges that were tied to the wounds, you're actually examining that now, because truth be told is like when you experience a trauma, it can lock you psychologically into that state of being or state of mind for cyclically for however long until you break that loop. That's why when you hear this concept that time really isn't real, it's like a construct, that's true, because you can you can encourage your cells to be younger. You can encourage your cells to sort of delay that death process. You know what I'm saying? And so that makes someone, quote unquote, become forever young, especially in the soul matter. The energy doesn't die, right? But when it comes to cycles show you things. They're patterns. It's a loop. It's a loop. So as far as your trauma goes, you have to be willing to examine, like, where does this trauma stem from, so that I can pinpoint it and release densities, release things that are weighing you down and keeping you on lower vibrations. So let's go ahead and pull another card. I love that. I love that for you guys. You guys are really, really getting a deeper understanding of the duality of our existence. And I'm vibing with that for you. So we got patience required, okay? So patience required. One will benefit most in this circumstance, whatever circumstance that's applying to you. You're going to benefit from this by just being patient and letting things take shape, okay? There's no extra action that's involved. Once you've done what your spirit has called you to do, what you have done purposefully, then you have to give things space and time to breathe. You know what I mean? So that if you are trying to create a desired outcome in this context, there's not much more you can do than just let things be and let the universe work and let your creator or whatever you believe just do what it do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be so controlling, to no disrespect on the men, but manhandle something into a certain outcome. You know what I'm saying? Things will fall into place, but you have to be willing to trust that. And there's so many spirits in the world that don't lean on trust, don't lean on faith. You know what I'm saying? And then wonder why things just don't make a whole lot of sense to them. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else. How y'all feeling today? I want to know. Like, it's okay. You don't have to flage for me. However you feeling, just go ahead and drop it. Respectfully, of course. Respectfully. Let's see. Oh, didn't do it. You won't do it for me? That's cool. That's cool. So some of you may be feeling like you got individuals in your life that's really trying to pull something out of you, really trying to get you to move a certain kind of way, really trying to see how they could have a hand over you. Like, how can they instruct you or manipulate you or influence you to do what they want you to do? And so you're feeling resistant to that. And I like that. I ain't mad at you. Like, you don't want to tell me how you feel. You ain't got to. Like, I receive the energy. It's all good. But it's also not personal to me. Like, this is a message for you guys that if you are feeling that way, don't deny that. Like, understand what that means to you when someone is trying to insert their beliefs over you or their expectations over you, and then boom, like, you're resisting that. It's typically a reason. If it's that you're resisting simply because you don't want to have to answer to nobody, that's cool. But still understand on a deeper level what is actually motivating you to resist that person, and you'll get a better understanding, I should say, of those motivations. So let me give you an example because I'm being called to give an example for somebody. So, okay. Friends close, enemies closer. You know, forgive me if the letters y'all can't. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a skill and a gift when you can read things backwards. Okay, that's a little key about witchcraft. Like people who have certain gifts, like you can read things. Like those who are dyslexic. I'm channeling ADHDs. I'm channeling autisms. I'm channeling like these unique gifts that once upon a time, if not currently, were disrespected because people really didn't understand them. I'm also channeling left-handed writers. I'm just channeling that different little category that was once othered. Well, if you fall into those categories, like I respect you, I value your differences. If you don't, that's still cool. It's Gucci, but understand what your quirks are and lean into them. So friends close, enemies closer. That's what I wanted to touch on. So, or what the spirits wanted me to touch on for y'all. So, when it comes down to this power struggle or this dynamic that's going back and forth between you and different energies, understand that it's a warfare going on. Okay, it's a bigger concept. When I say warfare, it's like the storm between the light and dark in you. It's the storm between the light and dark of nature, of the universe, of different aspects, and constantly these different things are crashing, imploding, and exploding because that's just how energy do it. You feel me? It either converge or it diverge. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you experience this in real life situations, this applies to you as well. So you have to kind of, peep game and understand how you function within that because you are energy just as much as the next person. And we are all vessels for other energies just as much as the next person. Whether or not you see yourself as that is the key, right? So friends close, but enemies closer. So there are going to be people trying to get close to you. There are spirits that don't necessarily have human bodies that are trying to get closer to you, either trying to consume your energy or add to that or trying to add to your energy. So you really got to be willing to be honest with yourself to understand what that looks like for you. And this brings back my point to the individuals in here that maybe deal with a bit of shyness on whatever scale that is. Well, just start small, okay? Think about those small interactions. If you talk to a child today, think about how that interaction may go. Think about how the personality of that child may change how you perceive them versus the age of that child. You might be speaking to two or three or four different children, but they all have different ages, all have different personalities, and it's triggering how you're going to respond to them or react rather. So just take that into account and you'll be able to see more authentically what kind of energies are flowing so that when you get into these moments where you feel a little gilded, where you feel like you want to kind of humble yourself, but not in a very intentional way. It just feels like you're triggered into being humbled or made small, or even the opposite, where maybe depending on who you're speaking to, you're instantly trying to humble another type of energy where it's like, was that really even called for you to do that? So take this into account. And as you do so, you will be able to see, like, okay, are these energies around me, are they really my friends, or are they really like low-key frenemies? Are they altogether just enemies? Or am I rejecting somebody that really has the best interest at heart, but they come off a little abrasive or a little, murky waters, like you don't really know what's going on? So this is where you're taking it into your hands to step up to your plate to understand, how I be a better, how do I apply the wisdoms that's coming into view for me? You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate this. I want to take a little moment to just thank who's here. We got 6 people in the live and we got 4 thumbs up. So please, if you haven't had that little chance, oh no, it's 4 and 4. So we divine, baby. We protected. Anybody popping in here that's not willing to throw a thumbs up, but they gonna stay and they gonna watch, they gonna receive that blessing. But also know that all is revealed, so just show that love. The more likes, the more this message can get to who it needs to get to. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for nothing else. So let's keep into it. This is like going on 25-minute live so far. So we'll do a little more. This has been a solid reading. I think the biggest message for you beautiful people, you beautiful spirits, is that you have so much power in you. You have something so special about you that others see that and they're attracted to that. Like high vibing attraction and also low vibing attraction. So understand that it's up to you to be willing to sift through that and sort through that. Not that you have to give everything your energy, because absolutely not. But it does come down to being observant, and it does come down to really having that confidence in yourself to say, this is for me, but this is not. This is in divine timing, but this is not. So it's not to say that something is just bad, but maybe the timing is wrong. And so you have to be honest with yourself for whatever your situation is. So I'm going to actually pull, okay? I'm going to pull a little oracle card. Welcome, welcome. Anybody coming in, it's good to see you. I felt your energy. I don't know who you are, but I felt your energy. So let's go ahead and get a little oracle card for you guys. Okay. So we've got conviction. And y'all, I gotta just say, I am so grateful. So as y'all can see, quick interjection. I promise it won't be too long. But as y'all can see, like, I rep my roots. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Native American. I'm a lot of things. I don't really got to get too deep into that. But I will say, shout out to New Orleans. Shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to, you feel me, New Orleans, I should say. Because I'm learning that very, very, very beautiful culture. I've always been drawn to it, but now I'm grateful to say my ancestors, they showed me some things today. And lately it's been coming out in my voice. And I'm like, this is so crazy because I've never been there, but I want to go so bad. And just recently I was brought to some things and then this accent was coming out and it's like, bro, I don't you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been there. So why would this just be driven out of me? And that's really how it is. Like, the more you get into the bottom of who you are and you start pulling off these masks, you become that conduit for your ancestors. And so that's why I say stand on conviction. But it's not just me, it's your spirit team saying it too. You got to be willing to hold your ground, stand your ground on who you are, because there's always going to be somebody trying to tell you who you are and who you're not. And at the end of the day, that's just, hey, somebody want to speak life into you, that's beautiful. Somebody definitely don't want to speak life into you, and that's just reality. So make sure that you're giving yourself the respect to understand who you are and where you come from. And so when these things come out of you that you don't really know where they come from, but you're like, what is this? Like, how am I vibing like this? Think about how this could be an ancestor for you. And shout out, like I said, shout out to those who maybe have that Creole bloodline, like whether it's French Creole, Spanish Creole, different like Native American Creole. You feel me? There's different versions, but at the end of the day, even if you're not Creole, it's just the concept of honoring your ancestors and recognizing when they come out in your personality that says something about you and it shows you what is your bloodline really made of. You know what I'm saying? So Also, I'm being told to let y'all know, in terms of conviction, this has everything to do with just standing on what's good, standing on what's right. You feel me? I'm not going to tell you what's right and wrong, because quite frankly, depending on the situation you in, you might do some fucked up shit, and you know, that's your learning experience. You got to go through that to get to where you are now, or get to where you're going. But it's having that conviction that when everything is said and done and the dust settled, you're not the one left in regret, is really what I'm trying to say. So your spirit guides want you to be cognizant of that message right there. I keep seeing the threes. Yo, I gotta say, 331 on the timer, 333 on the timer, 33 on the timer. And then we, like I said before, for those popping in who just got in, we got 33, Eye of the Wisdom. We got Three of Cups, Three of Swords. So once again, this is a duality check. This is for you to recognize that once you've stepped into a higher level of focus, you know that you can't have no good without bad. You can't have no ups without downs. You can't have those really high highs without really feeling them lows. And that's just the reality. That's the whole point of our existence. That's why we have masculine and feminine energy. Like, that's a whole confirmation on confirmation on confirmation that you, it's really like, you know, if you know, you know, you, if you get it, you get it. And if you're not there yet, it's coming soon, because this message wouldn't be attracted to you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so grateful that you guys will give me your time, your energy, and willingness to receive this message, because that's really what it's about. I am, as I heard it from the ancestors, living on a prayer. I'm living on a prayer. I couldn't tell you how many times I was praying to be here in this moment, to be someone that could deliver messages for someone, to put that light on somebody's heart, or put that knowledge and that information through them. Like, we're all energy, we're all energy. So when you have light passing through you, that's how you know you elevating up here. But what I'm really trying to say is, the light in the dark is most necessary. You cannot exist without the dark. You cannot exist without the densities. But the more you understand who you are at the core, you can release those densities. And eventually, you're going to be too light for this meat suit. You feel me? Like this human form. So I'm just here to assist you in the process as you get there. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that y'all would like to... Oh my goodness, we got London in the building. I love it. Thank you so much. Is it Chanel? Yes, that's cute. I never seen... I got... one of my best cousins is a Chanel, but I've never seen it spelled that way, so that's very unique. And we got 515. That's my B-day. Hey, thank you guys so much. 33 on the timer yet again. So we got some real chosen ones in here, and I'm feeling that. I love that. Like... like y'all are mis cristales. Like, do y'all understand? Like, we're crystals. Do you get it? Like, we are legitimately gems of the earth. Like, no matter what element you resonate with, like, we are conduits of healing, but we are also a reaffirmation of just what is. And that's what crystals are. You feel me? It doesn't matter if you rough around the edges. It don't matter if you tumbled. It don't matter if you a little cloudy or a little calcified. Like, baby, we crystals in here. Like, we all of it. And so I just appreciate it, and I love y'all, and I hope you stay on this journey with me. Like, what's expected is never too much. I only expect, you feel me, what I would expect from myself, which is just love and respect. And even if you don't have that to give, like, that's cool. But just know that the universe works in a certain kind of way that what you put out come back to you. So let's see. Yes, I'm really live. Okay, you French Creole. See, I know who I'm calling in. So my partner, he's so beautiful. He's also Spanish Creole. Someone that I really cared for. Like, I know is like a soulmate connection forever. For me, it's also French Creole. So it's deep. It's deeper than deep. So I'm glad that you guys are here. I also want to say thank you, Q Block. I'll give you a little shout out, but you know what you gonna do for me? You gonna throw a like in there? You gonna do something? What you gonna do? So thank you so much. Anybody else? Can I just give you your respect for being here, even if you don't want to say too much? I just thank you. I'm gonna leave y'all off with one more good oracle message. I want to really meditate on this. So if you guys, as I put it earlier in the message, for those who just jumped in, there was a tap in about patience, and patience is required for you right now. So take that as it resonates. But yes, I need just a little patience from you personally so that I can channel this last message. Okay. So the spirits brought me to this. Let's see. Hold on one second. Okay. Welcome from all over the world, todo el mundo. Gracias para estar siendo aquí ustedes. You guys are so cool. Oh my goodness, Chanel. Okay, well, boo, honestly, I don't have a set schedule, but I'll try to just keep your notifications on type shit, cause I just be on here when I be on here. But I told the community, I told all you beautiful crystals that I would do my best to stay on here at least as often as I can. Like honestly, I have a full family. I have girls. I have a lot going on, but I'm gonna be here as often as I can. I would say like at least once daily, if you know, because I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. If there's a day I can't really make it, you know what I mean. But I'm gonna keep this commitment as best I can because you know I'm here. I'm live and I'm in color, and even if not, I have so much content. Like, guys, go check out my intuitive messages, like my channel, my general channeled messages. There's so many on my page, and you can find something that is for you and just only listen to what you're gravitated to. But there's a lot, so even if you're not catching me live every time, you can get a piece of what I'm putting down. You feel me? But I definitely respect the time difference. So the spirits are telling me, yo, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who's a channeler here. Like, I love it. I love it. Yes, baby, I'm a mommy. No, I'm not really okay. So this isn't about me, but we could do a Q&A. Definitely, if that's something y'all vibe to, I will do that. But no, I'm older. Like I'm definitely like add 10. You feel me? To what you say, and some. You know what I mean? But thank you so much. Like that really touches my heart. So I'm serious, guys. Somebody in this chat, somebody receiving this message, like, you're a channeler. You're a channeler. And we all are in our own ways. Like those, when I think chosen one, like I think of somebody who respects their authenticity, someone who's locked in, who's tired of living in these loops that don't change. You know what I'm saying? You're open to the ebb and flow of present moment. And so that's what lets me know that those are the best channelers. People who can really lock in with what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's you, boo. Even if people around you don't respect you for that, that means you gotta get a new circle. You feel me? That means you gotta clean up what you allowing. You feel me? And it's all a process. So there's no shame. There's no judgments on where you are. It's just a matter of sobering up and having that conviction, that integrity about where you're at in this moment so that you can bring more love and light into existence. And off the tip of duality, if it's not even your path in that moment to bring love and light, sometimes you gotta be the destruction. Sometimes you gotta be the wild boy. Sometimes that's really like what you're called to do. But you only would know that from an authentic place. That's not no excuse to be jumping around disturbing people's lives and being, a tragic manipulator if that's not really what's meant to be happening. But you understand that the more that you're authentic with yourself, you really become a channeler, so that things flow as they should, and you're just yet another conduit of that. So we hitting 40. I gotta go ahead and let y'all go. I'm gonna close out the reading respectfully. Gracias, Ángel, para estar siendo aquí y ayudando nuestros en este momento. Gracias, muchas gracias. So I'm thanking the spirits. I'm graceful and grateful of everybody's presence, even those who don't want to be seen, who don't want to make themselves known. Just know I feel you. I'm here. We're here. And no matter where you are in your journey, don't trip. I'm just another guide. I'm just another guide. So thank you guys. Please be well in your day. I'll stay locked in as often as I can, and you can always let me know what you would like. Every video that I've posted thus far has information in the description box, just like anybody else. You could find my email. You could find my IG. You could find different ways to reach out to me if that's really meant. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all I got for you guys. I love you so much, and I will catch you on the next time.